This is Electric Universe Eyes, and today I'm back on the Velikovsky archive and want to talk about two topics: the Hebrew cosmogony and the planet ages. The Hebrew cosmogony. This world came into existence out of a chaos of fluid driven by a divine blast. This is the epic beginning of the book of Genesis. Quote, "The earth was chaotic and void, and darkness was upon the face of the deep, and God's wind moved upon the face of the fluid." End quote. From this primeval matter, in a process of subsequent creations, was born the home of the living. Already before the birth of our earth, worlds were shaped and brought into existence, only to be destroyed in the course of time. Quote, "Nor is this world inhabited by man the first of things earthly created by God. He made several worlds before ours, but he destroyed them all." End quote. The earth underwent reshaping, 6 consecutive remoldings. Heaven and earth were changed in every catastrophe. 6 times the earth was rebuilt, without entire extirpation of life on it, but with major catastrophes. 6 ages have passed into the great beyond. This is the 7th creation, the time in which we live. According to another tradition, several heavens were created, 7 in fact. Also 7 earths were created, the most removed being the 7th Erez, followed by the 6th Adama, the 5th Arka, the 4th Haraba, the 3rd Yabasha, the 2nd Tebel, and our own land called Heled. And like the others, it is separated from the foregoing by abyss, chaos, and waters. The description permits an interpretation that all the 7 earths exist simultaneously, but a deeper insight will allow us to recognize that the original idea did not admit 7 concurrent but separate firmaments and worlds in space, but only consecutive in time, and built one out of another. Quote, "The 7 heavens form a unity, the 7 kinds of earth form a unity, and the heavens and the earth together also form a unity." End quote. The Hebrew cosmogony, in its true sense, is a conception of worlds built and reshaped with the purpose of bringing creation closer to perfection. The separation of one world from another by abyss and chaos evidently refers to the cataclysms that separated the ages. Planet ages. The ages of the past, between the successive catastrophes, are called in many diverse sources, quote, "sun ages." I have tried to show why this designation is meaningful, but the ancients also maintain that the successive ages were initiated by planets: Moon, Saturn, Mercury, Jupiter, Venus, Mars. Therefore, the sun ages could also have been called planet ages. Hesiod ascribed the Golden Age to the time when the planet Saturn was ruling, and the Silver and Iron ages to the time of the planet Jupiter. The same concept is found in Virgil, who says that, quote, "Before Jove's day, i.e. in the Golden Age when Saturn reigned, no tillers subdued the land, even to mark the field or divide it with bounds was unlawful." End quote. The idea that the earth was under the sway of different planets at different ages is also the teaching of the Pythagoreans, the Magi, Gnostic sects, and other secret societies. In numerous astrological texts, the same concept is repeated, that 7 millennia were dominated by 7 planets, one after the other. The worshippers of the devil, the Syrian sect of the Yazidis, believed that 7,000 years had passed since the deluge. At the end of every millennium, one of the 7 planet gods descended on the earth, establishes a new order and new laws, and then retreats to his place. An identical tradition is found in the writings of Julius Africanus. The ages of the ancestors passed under the government of the planets, each in its turn. Also, according to the Ethiopian text of the first book of Enoch, the 7 world ages were each dominated by one planet. The Gnostic sect of the Mandaeans taught in its holy book Sidra Rabbah that the history of mankind is composed of 7 epochs, that these epochs were terminated by catastrophes, and that one of the planets ruled in each epoch. The length of the ages in the Sidra Rabbah is made very long, but the concept is, nevertheless, common to many ancient creeds. This was written by Immanuel Velikovsky, narrated by Electric Universe Eyes.